Moore, and I'm here today to talk to you about A-level French and why you should study A-level French next year in NE6. I'm one of two teachers who teaches the course. Myself and Miss James have taught A-level French for a number of years now, and it's a real passion of ours to actually see our students move on from GCSE onto A-level. In terms of what you study across the 2 years and have exams at the end of year 13. And in year 1, you will cover 2 of 4 themes. The first theme is to do with the changing nature of French culture and society, changes to do with family structures, marriage, education and the world of work. And the second theme in year 12 is all to do with popular culture, and that encompasses the world of music, media and also festivals and traditions, not just in France but in what we call the Francophone world. You'll also study the work of an author in year 12, and we've studied the work of Delphine de Vigan for numerous years now, and her novel Noé-moi. And Noé-moi is a contemporary 20th century novel covering the themes of friendship, love, loyalty and also the social issues of the homeless. In year 2, you carry on with general themes covering first of all immigration, the history of immigration in France, the challenges of integration of people who've come from countries abroad, and also the rise of the National Front in France. And the fourth theme is a historical theme, taking you to the world of the occupation during World War II and also the French resistance. Also in year 13, you will study the work of a film director. And in recent years, we've chosen a contemporary film for the study of that paper, and we will carry on doing that going forward. You'll also, in year 13, start thinking about really preparing for the speaking exam at the end of the year. And one of the things you have a huge amount of choice over is an independent research project. And for me, that is the most challenging aspect of the course in year 13, because you could literally choose anything. It could be historical, it could be contemporary, it could relate to French culture and society in France itself, or it could be the wider world. And really the challenge is honing it down into one specific topic that you are interested in, that you can research and use for the speaking exam.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so in terms of assessment, how are you going to be assessed by the end of year 13? Well, there are 3 papers. Paper 1 is a holistic paper, so it covers all of the 4 themes that you have studied in the 2 years, and it concentrates on the 3 skills of reading, listening and writing. And there is a translation element to that paper as well, where you would translate from the language into English. So that's paper 1. Paper 2 is a writing paper, and this is where you will write an essay on the work of an author that you have studied and the work of a director that you have studied. So one exam covering 2 aspects of the course, and you would write an essay on each of those areas. And the third part of that paper is a translation element, where you will translate from English into the foreign language. Paper 3 is a speaking exam. Now normally this causes people the most anxiety. However, it's an internally assessed exam. I will be your examiner. And in this exam, you will do an on-the-spot test of your language, which will be a discussion around one of the 4 themes that you have done in the last 2 years. But also this is where you present your independent research project. And that is honed down into a 2-minute presentation, followed by a 10-minute discussion. And you lead that discussion all of the time. So although it sounds quite scary, that element of the exam actually is the one that students enjoy the most. Okay, so I've taught A-level French for a number of years. Why do I enjoy teaching it? I think for myself and Miss James, it's the sheer pleasure of watching a student develop. So quite often we have quite hesitant students at the start of year 12, students who perhaps suffer a little lack of confidence with the language. And what we see over the 2 years is the development of that person into someone who becomes fluent, confident, and quite often goes on to study languages at university. French is what we call a facilitating subject at A-level, and it opens so many doors. And our students have gone on to do a diverse range of higher education courses. Sometimes obviously they go on to do languages, but then have the joy of picking up something brand new. So students in the past have gone to university to study French, but then pick up what we call ab initio, languages like Italian, Russian, Greek, Arabic, exciting things like that. We have 2 students this year who have applied to Cambridge, one to do languages, another to do engineering, and French is obviously the facilitating subject there. In the past, we've had students who've gone on to do engineering courses at university, medicine, journalism, chemistry, human resources. But really, what I'm demonstrating to you there is the number of different courses that you have the opportunity to study, because by doing A-level French, you show that you are a high calibre student. You are someone who is versatile, someone who is confident, someone who's able to manipulate language, someone who has higher order thinking skills. And as such, it makes you a very, very marketable student at university level. So if you have a pure joy for learning languages, if you like to manipulate language, if you want to find out more about France, the French-speaking world, then a French A-level is the course for you. Thank you.